Let's take a look now at health matters. The federal government has restated its commitment to reducing the burden of sickle cell in the country. During the opening ceremony and workshop of the Sickle Cell Pan-African Research Consortium Nigeria Network, Minister of Health Dr. Sage Ehanire revealed that the national guideline for the management of sickle cell in the country will be reviewed and updated in order to accommodate new research findings in tackling sickle cell in the country. Our health correspondent, Lois Abasambo, reports.
Stakeholders in the Sickle Cell Pan-African Research Consortium Nigeria Network gathered to expand the Sickle Cell Registry, which currently has over 13,000 patients, to establish and implement simple, effective and scalable tools to address the high burden of sickle cell holistically. Speaking at the meeting, Minister of Health Dr. Sage Ehanire, represented by a Deputy Director in the Ministry, Dr. Alayo Shupokon, highlighted the government's effort in reducing the high burden of sickle cell while reiterating government's willingness to work with other stakeholders to further reduce the sickle cell burden in the country.
We also come up with a national guideline, but of course, that guideline is, I would say now, needs to be reviewed. It's actually obsolete. The federal government has approved that we will review that guideline this year. We also went ahead to expand our national immunization program to include vaccination against pneumococcal infection, which we know is the common thing that kills these children very early in life.
The Director, University of Abuja Center of Excellence for Sickle Cell Research and Training, Professor Obiagelin Nodu, spoke on the center's contribution to tackling the burden of sickle cell, which includes the use of low-cost rapid point-of-care tests in testing newborns.
Despite the fact that this is not new, but programs in African countries have not gone beyond the pilot studies because it's been difficult to do. They have chosen the most costly method for doing newborn screening. But in Nigeria, we have used innovative, low-cost, rapid point-of-care tests to implement newborn screening. And we know that this could be the answer, for high-burden countries.
Other stakeholders also highlighted the importance of research in the management and treatment of sickle cell disease.
The aim of this research is to make sure that at those levels, at the lower level of care, that the standard of care is brought to their knowledge and they are trained on how to take care of sickle cell patients at those levels.
Nigeria is said to be the country with the highest sickle cell disease burden in the world, with about 150,000 babies born every year. With the current therapy available for sickle cell disease being bone marrow transplant, which is expensive and not readily available in the country, it is important that simple and cheap therapies are researched and developed in order to meet the needs of patients with sickle cell disease. Lois Abasambo, ASO Television News.